What is up? Welcome into Driving the Nightline. My name is Alan Bell, and we have a fantastic afternoon show for you today on Tuesday. How's everybody doing? It's good to see you guys. Hope you are having a wonderful Tuesday so far because you absolutely deserve it. Now, I'll say this. Big Brian saying, good afternoon, AB producer. Brian, good afternoon, my friend. And I'll tell you this. You know what? It's nice because everything on the morning show, picks and all that, they've been tough. Not here, though. Look at this. Look at this. All right. One green check mark is all we need. All right. We just need a little confidence boost. There we go. Aaron Wiggins yesterday over 1.5 threes plus 105. I'll tell you, I am not too proud to say 1-0. We will take that, baby. All right. Sometimes you just take a birdie or a par. Sometimes take a birdie. Yeah, we'll always do that. Way to go, AB. Brian, you know what? I feel good myself. Feel proud. Walk into the next tee box with a little confidence, right? Pulling out the driver. Let's go. You know what? We'll take it. There we go. Brian said, you're back. We're back, baby. All right. Pull the driver out. Let's grip and rip. All right. Good to see everybody. All right. Yeah, I appreciate that. Appreciate the confidence boost. Sometimes you need it. All right. Now, let's get into today. So, I didn't want to overload with a bunch of picks because, again, I'm not reading the board excellently. But we still have to approach this, all right, the same way we do. Now, not that we're not adjusting because that's what all of this is about, but we have to have confidence. Bring it in. Randall said, driver out, headed straight to the woods. Hey, at this point, as long as I make good contact, maybe my hips were pointed left. I'll take it. Randall, you're driving the cart. We're going to have to go find it in the woods. Rich, what do you think of Ole Miss Miami? I like Ole Miss plus 3.5 and over 52. Yeah, like the hard part for me, and Rich, good to see you, buddy. The hard part for me is you're giving me Ole Miss plus 3.5. I'll take it, right? In my head, right? But then I don't want to bet against Miami either. Hold on. Always great television when you need to plug in the charger. All right. But yeah, like that's the biggest thing for me, man, is that I don't know. I mean, Miami feels destined at this point, but so does Ole Miss. But yes, to answer your question, if you're going to give me Ole Miss and you're going to give me points, I'll take that. The over 52 scares me as well, but they've been scoring points. Miami did too. But do what you will with both, but the Ole Miss plus 3.5, nope, don't hate that at all. Said ski, Jinxie, good to see you. Bruce said Cooper Flag, 20 points lock. There we go. I like it. Okay, so here's what I have, and we're going to walk through these games. Look at this. Duke. That's right. That line jumped the fence. It was, remember, this morning it was Duke minus 1.5. It's Duke plus 1.5 now. Now, we've got some injury news that we all pretty much kind of knew. Backup center, young cat. I can't pronounce his name. He's out, but he's been out. But for Louisville, their glue guard is out too, and I think that's a bigger loss. So if you're going to give me Duke, I know it's on the road. I know it's at the Yum Center. Don't get me wrong, man. Y'all know how I feel about Louisville. Big respect. Love Pat Kelsey. Yep, but if you're going to give me Duke and points, I'm going to take Duke and points. There we go. DJ, yeah, no doubt. And if the public, not that we're like one of those shows where like we don't bet with the, no, we are the public, no doubt. We have a show called The Overs. All right, I'm as public as it gets. That said, though, I don't know if the public's right here, swinging it to Louisville. I might swing it back towards Duke. All right, and now De'Aaron Fox. Okay, Kirk, our resident stud, has been on with this. Stephon Castle over 6.5 assists, minus 136 at FanDuel. Use 30% boost to get down to minus 105. I love it. And that's been the deal. Stephon Castle, Spurs, we get him an assist. I'll tell you what. And I'm not going against Kirk at all. Actually, we're both thinking the same way because you've got to take Stephon Castle. You got to eat that juice with the 6.5. And you know what? I'm going to give another option here. So me and Kirk are kind of saying the same thing, even though they're two different picks. Yeah, 100%. No doubt. So I look at it as, and let me put this full screen. I look at it as you got two good options here. If you want to play one or, both. Yeah, totally with you there. Wimby coming back, no doubt. So Kirk, excellent job. Crew, excellent job. Hey, let's see if we can get it. Okay, yeah. So Duke, Emilio, Dancing with the Devils in the Blue Moonlight. Nice. There we go. Yeah, Duke, man. I'm with it. Okay. Let's talk some college basketball here. So let's look at where things have changed. Michigan still 21.5-point favorites. Total 166.5. Now look, Duke minus 1.5 again. It's gone plus 1.5. That's how quick life happens. Florida and Georgia. Florida still 9.5-point favorites. Total 174.5. Iowa, Minnesota. Iowa 5.5-point favorites. Total of 132.5. UCF and Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State 2.5-point favorites. Total 174. Is any of this standing out to anybody? Anything here you like? Didn't mean to do that. My bad. Let me keep going. Man, what do we do with that UCF and Oklahoma State? Look at that total. 174.5. Tony says Georgia and Florida total seems high. Pogo, I stay away from big spreads in conference games. I agree. Yeah. And we were talking about that this morning. That you're still going to see some high spreads in these conference as we start conference play. They're going to come down. But be careful right now. Texas Tech and Houston. Houston is 6.5-point favorite. Total 142.5. What do you do here? You like where Houston is? Man, that total throws me off. Like at 142.5. It really depends on how you feeling about Texas Tech. Kirk, you could live bet Michigan. Yeah. Might be how you have to play it here for a little while. The worst thing in the world might not be Michigan losing a couple games. You know what I mean? DJ, Cougs at home. Yeah, I feel you. Zach, lean over Texas Tech and Houston. I'm with you. All right, let me keep going. Texas and Tennessee. Tennessee, a 10.5-point favorite, total of 152.5. Again, this was a long time ago when Rick Barnes was the head coach at Tennessee or Texas. But these games are just weird. They still are. I don't know if you're getting Tennessee on a rebound. Kyle, yep. Round out for Louisville today. Not sure why Duke isn't favored. Agreed. I'm getting it. I'm right there with you. Yeah. I think that's a glue guy for Louisville right there. All right. Texas and Tennessee. We don't have a play on this. Again, you're going to get Tennessee on the rebound. I don't know the value of that. I don't know if I'm going 10.5. And look, I watch every Tennessee game. This is a weird one. Total 152.5. That's also a weird total. Let's do the math. What gets you to 153? 80-73. Like 80-73. I could absolutely see that. I could see winning. I could see Tennessee winning by like 4 to 7 points at home. Food City Center, formerly Thompson Bowling Arena. Yeah, be careful with this. Tennessee's a really good basketball team, but this 10.5, especially with Rick Barnes, even if they're up big, they can get defensive pretty quick. Even though they do shoot a lot of threes, just be careful. TCU and Kansas. Now, you want to talk about a team that's just dealt with it in terms of injuries. That's Kansas. Now, we talked about it this morning. We don't need to go into, full breakdown, but does anything stick out to you? Is there anything that you like? Big Brian, you like TCU with the points? Could be. Man, it's tough. Home court advantage comes into play, but it doesn't in conference play, but it totally does. What we need to start doing is, everybody go vote in the Twitter poll. You'll see it on my Twitter. And again, I'm going to organize all this moving forward. There's a lot of organizing I need to do, but we'll do all the polls in one central location in the Discord. We'll run everything out of either the YouTube or the Discord. But yeah, I'll get you that link for the college basketball conference that we're going to follow this year. Yeah. Okay, let me get the picks back up here again. All right, Duke going to take it plus 1.5. De'Aaron Fox over 5.5 assists minus 105. Keep it light. Okay, now let's talk about the NBA. All right, so keep me updated here, or not updated. Drop in anything you have, props wise, picks wise. I love it. Big Zach coming through clutch as he always does with the link right there. Make sure to vote. Choose your selection. Choose your fighter. Mortal Kombat. Tony, I'm looking at ACC and SEC, so we'll let you guys decide. There we go. Beautiful. Hey, more eyes the better. Big Kyle, my man, going Duke, Nevada, Cincy, West Virginia under. Nice call. There we go. All right, Cavs and the Pacers. Cavs, 6.5-point favorites, total of 236.5. Magic and the Wizards. Magic, 7.5-point favorites, total of 234.5. Spurs and the Grizz. Look at this. I'll pull this full screen. We got the Spurs this morning at minus 5.5. Now jumped to minus 7.5 and still going. So anybody that jumped on the Spurs, I mean, again, doesn't mean anything. But there we go. Total 238.5 there. Also with the Spurs, De'Aaron Fox, I'm on over 5.5 assists, as well as Kirk over 6.5 assists with Stephon Castle. Paired up, as you saw in the chat. Yeah, after watching them last Saturday, West Virginia did a good job hitting the three. I agree. I mean, that, Iowa State a buzzsaw, right? But this West Virginia team's all right, man. And I think that they play some defense tonight, too. I definitely like that under because you have injuries on both sides for Cincinnati and West Virginia here. But, yeah, I mean, look, they're a good basketball team. Yeah. All right. So that's Spurs and the Grizz, man. We're on a lot of plays there. Heat and the Timberwolves don't have anything. Timberwolves 4.5-point favorite. Total 237.5. Lakers and the Pelicans. Lakers 5.5-point favorites, total 244.5. Is anybody like consistently betting anything Lakers wise? Are you guys betting any props? Kirk, line movement for Spurs. Wemby might play. Yes. All right. Mavericks and the Kings. Mavericks 5.5-point favorites, total 232.5. I'll say this. If you are looking for a night where Klay Thompson could go off, this could be a good night for Klay Thompson. Randall. Yeah, LeBron to cry for 7+ fouls at -5,000. Oh, Randall. Okay. All right. Let me get the picks back up here one more time, and then I want to talk about this on college football. 1 second here. Okay. Duke +1.5, -115. De'Aaron Fox over 5.5 assists, -105. Brian says, take care, AB and crew. Time to go teach a high school team, getting them ready for the spring season. Talking about golf, and I absolutely love it, man. And Brian, I've got an email coming your way here in just a little while. Sure do appreciate you, man. And best of luck, and go help the team, man. I love it, dude. You're the best. Big Marsh, 15 points, +135 for Lavashia. But like everyone in this game, no defense. Yeah. That was tough to say. Big Bruce. I couldn't even say Bruce. Bruce, Flyers, money line. NHL, well done. All right. So Duke +1.5, De'Aaron Fox over 5.5 assists. Now, I wanted to talk about this. Former South Florida quarterback Byron Brown has committed to Auburn. His agents, Drew Rosenhaus and Sean O'Dare of Rosenhaus Sports, told ESPN's Pete Thamel on Tuesday. Brown has a deal that projects as one of the most lucrative in the NIL era. All right. So the reason that I'm bringing this up is I need to do some more research in the books on some futures, and we don't have a lot of that for next year, obviously, but I'm buying into the stock in Auburn. Now, we've talked about Alex Golish, the head coach of Auburn, that's gone from South Florida there. And I really, really like what he's doing. And I can tell you this, the problem with Auburn and the situation and Hugh Freeze and all that, just the fit wasn't right internally, all of that. But the biggest thing is getting internally, like with Auburn, getting everyone together, getting the NIL collective and the money together and spending it. And they're doing that now. Watch out, because Alex Golish does not play around, man. This guy knows what he's doing, and he's hungry, and he is aggressive. So we'll talk about this. Obviously, we don't have any futures, anything, and it's way too early to even be doing that. But I'm just saying in general, just keep an eye on this program, man, because, again, not that Auburn's going to go out and win a national championship next year. We're not saying that, and we've gone to Roku City on the TV here. I don't know why, but yeah, just keep an eye there on Auburn, man. Like it might take a year or two to really get this thing going, but I really think Alex Golish and Auburn are going to do some big things. So just wanted to give some love there, man. Yeah, AB Sorsby from Cincy is getting $5 million in NIL money. That's crazy. I mean, hey, money's there. Go do your thing, kid. Proud of you. All right, we'll get out of here. Everybody, we'll be live tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern normal time. But until then, best of luck. Let's cash these tickets, and we will see you soon. Thanks.
Who's got it better than us? Nobody.